live. Everybody can see us. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of our playthrough of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. For those who are new here, welcome. We are playing through the published module from Wizards of the Coast, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, of which I had the privilege of being one of the writers for this module. So I am very, very excited to be running this fine crew through the events, taking you all to Icewind Dale, which is a very frosty, scary place. Before we go around and do cast intros, I just want to remind everybody that this is a horror-based campaign, which means that there are definitely dark themes that present themselves in the course of the show. Things like cannibalism, suffocation, body horror, things like that are going to be present in this game. So if those things are triggers for you, this may not be the stream for you to watch. But enough of that stuff. Let's go around and meet all of our wonderful cast. My name is Celeste Conowich. I will be your dungeon master. Joe.
All right.
Alphabetical. took me a minute.
So, I'm Joe. I'll be playing Gob, your North fighter.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm going to be playing Minerva Tinkerbobble, your human divination wizard.
Hi, I'm Nassim, and I'm playing your Kalishtar cleric, Xena Orendi.
And I am Sage. I will be your birthday druid, Inga. I decided that we have the same birthday because she's obviously a winter baby.
Yes.
And...
why not? Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
And I'm Vincent, your very sultry changeling warlock.
Yes. So welcome everybody. This is a awesome cast of characters. We had our first episode last week and our session 2 weeks ago, and our session 0 before that. So this is only our second ever full episode playing with this crew. So I'm wondering how you all are going to do. And before we get into the recap, we do have something very exciting. This time, we are doing a dice giveaway. We are lucky enough to have Joe here, the mastermind behind RPG Dice, which if you have watched any of our streams before, we are raffling off another set of these wonderful homemade dice. So Joe, do you want to tell us a little bit about this set, the surf green set that I'm showing right here?
Oh, yes. Yeah, so this is a set I like to call Water Walk. It's got kind of a surf green fading into a transparent filled with a kind of a surfy iridescent glitter. It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So here are the rules for that giveaway. About halfway through this game, so an hour in, we are going to open up the dice giveaway, which means that we are going to tell you a secret code word, and you have to enter it in chat to enter to win, but you have to stick around to the very end of the stream where we are going to pull the winner of that dice set. So if you want to win these sweet, sweet dice, stick with us, pay attention at the midpoint, type in that code word, and then stick around to the end, and you might be winning these awesome dice from RPG Dice. All right, that's that. So tell me, everybody, what happened last time on Rime of the Frostmaiden? Tell me, please.
Please and thank you. After we had our off-screen encounter with some crag cats, we needed to stop in Caer Konig to restock up on some supplies, take a nice little break. And we discovered as we came into town from the town crier who is totally great and totally sober on their job.
Yep.
That there have been some thieves murking about who have been taking some rather unusual things. And they are apparently also invisible, perhaps, or at least no one has caught them directly in the act. And so it was 2 goats that were taken, a lantern from the local inn and tavern,
The Northern Light Inn.
Pearls, too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then
A bag of pearls.
A bag of pearls.
Yeah.
So we're like, yes, we'll progress this plot line and investigate.
Full entry.
Push
Thank
that
you.
along.
Thank you, everyone.
It's fine.
And yeah, we went over to the inn to sort of get a sense of what's been happening in town and get the news.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And once we learned about a guide to help us track the tracks further up the mountain and see where they led, we decided to do some investigating around town, and we concluded that we would stay up, or someone would stay up. Who was it? It was Ingrid who stayed up.
Yeah, Inga and
inside the
Gob,
inn.
and a whole bunch of you.
Yeah.
Jingles.
And
Jingles.
Jingles. Oh, poor
Minerva's
Jingles.
half-dead
Faithful.
fox.
He's precious.
No.
Yeah, we did a stakeout though.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting
Ingrid cast
the
a
wee
shiny
hours,
magic, was it fairy fire, on the on some object, and you
Yeah.
put it out as bait.
Tried to trying to catch the individual in the act if they were indeed invisible, but had no such luck.
Mhm.
But we eventually went outside and we did find a set of tracks that Inga identified to be definitely dwarven in nature.
Hmm.
And then we later figured out that they were Duergar,
Mm-hmm.
were these criminals.
Yeah, the little foxy boy smelt iron in the tracks as well.
And
Isn't it like some
mushrooms.
irony mushrooms? Yeah. Deep underground shrooms.
Ah, yes, the underground shrooms. Mm-hmm.
The most delightful of them all.
Yeah, so you managed to follow the tracks with the help of Jartha, who was the guide that you had hired from the Frozen Far expeditions, who was a dwarf, who was like, hey, the dwarves aren't responsible for this, F off. So you followed the tracks, and then what did you find?
A
Yeah.
stronghold,
Mm-hmm.
essentially a pair of large stone doors and several holes that we could be shot from. So we're like, we're gonna take the sneaky approach, and crawled our way through a frozen pipeline
Mm-hmm.
to which Zena for president, who was just like,
Yeah.
who has dark vision? Everyone.
Everyone, because I'm a cleric of
Everyone gets dark
Twilight.
vision. You get dark vision. You get dark
The
vision.
Oprah Winfrey of dark vision.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And then
And-
Xena also climbed Xena and Veronica climbed up the well, and what went on there? What'd you see?
A zombie orc in a cage.
A zombie ogre. So
Ogre,
big,
excuse me.
large creature in a cage. Yep.
Mhm. And then again, Xena for president, who was just like, hey, go to sleep.
Yeah. Sleep, sweet child.
Right.
Yes.
Shh, you saw nothing.
Yeah. So great. So that is where we are picking up this week. Basically, Xena and Veronica right now are at the top of this well, looking out into this very large room, which is clearly the room that was behind the set of main entryway doors. So you're in like the main entry hall. There are some cages that are in the corner of the room. One of those cages had contained this zombie ogre, which Xena had put to sleep with her magic. There's an empty cage there as well, and then a cage that has two very nervous looking goats who are now just kind of peering around, bleating at each other and just looking around the room. So that's the scene before you. You also see that there are two hallways that lead off of this room, one on the southern side of the room, one on the eastern side, and then in the northwest corner there is another passageway that leads off. So you have three directions now, and I think the rest of you were down below, still, at the bottom of the well in that pipeline that has like a few inches of frozen water down below. So that is the situation. So Xena and Veronica, what are you doing? I think kind of the action moment is on the both of you right now.
Well, we'd probably motion for everyone to come up, but very quietly, and then take up positions against a wall to make sure no one just walks in and sees us standing in the middle of the room.
Yeah. So you all had managed to throw down a rope that Xena was able to climb before. So are all of you just kind of scurrying up the rope?
Yeah, might as well.
Indubitably.
Get out of this tube.
Inga, how does that work as a druid?
I'm so
Any
happy you asked, because I was
issues?
thinking
Or,
that.
sorry, as a centaur. Any issues there, or do you have a strategy?
Oh, yeah.
for-
Wolf form, right?
Yeah, you were
I
a
had
wolf.
taken the shape of a wolf. I should. And yeah, I need a form of thumb.
Woof.
Let's see. Well, She is proficient with athletics, so I feel like feel like she would be able to muscle up using like just her forearms changing back into her regular self.
Yeah,
Pull herself
okay.
up.
I think, between the rope, all of your companions helping you, I
She
think
also has a climbing kit that she could use to like help like between the rope and like digging in with some pythons into the side.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
You could be
why?
the.
Oh,
I was just gonna say, you could be the last one up and kind of hold on to it, and the
Hmm.
rest of us could kind of yank you up because we probably don't want to leave a rope behind.
Yeah.
yeah. So while we all are doing this, why don't we go ahead and make a group stealth check to just start things off? Because, you are
Here
in
we go.
a big stone room, very echoey. It's dark. It's, not the best sneaking conditions.
13.
Okay.
12.
Mm.
I've got a 21.
30, 20.
Oh, 2.
Oh boy.
Mm.
You are very lucky because I rolled a 1 and a 2. So nobody seems to notice. You do make some noise, especially trying to get Inga, out of this round kind of circle. You do have to like fold your body in sort of strange and uncomfortable ways to get up there, but you do all manage to make it quietly enough. So you all are standing in this room. So you have, these 3 passageways in front of you, and, a zombie ogre that is snoring grossly in the corner. I imagine it's very mucus heavy, very wet sound.
Let's see. Can we perceive any sounds? Behind the or other than the zombie ogre.
Than the
song
snoring.
Yeah.
Let's see. Why don't you go ahead and maybe make a perception check for me if you're trying to listen specifically for anything.
I guess guidance.
Oh,
Guidance.
ooh.
Yeah, 12 plus. That's a 14.
Okay. Yeah. So you are, you're listening, and it is very hard to hear anything over the sounds of snoring, and then like the gentle just coming from the goats, who are now have kind of stood up in their cage and are like pressing their heads against the bars towards all of you.
Should we
Inga.
free these goats?
Oh,
They're probably only going to make a lot more noise, so just let them stay where they are for now.
I agree with Veronica.
That's cruel, but okay. Okay.
We'll get them out when we leave. Don't worry about
you
it.
promise. All right, you promise.
Gob, I hate to
Alright.
tell you, we're gonna
Oh,
take
no.
them back, and unless they're given milk, they're gonna be eaten anyway. So they'll be
Aw.
fine.
Oh dear.
Xena wants to quietly comfort them for just a second, just to help them relax a little bit and be like, we will return for you. Be
Okay.
patient. And
Wait.
like give a little pat on their foreheads.
Aw, make an animal handling for me. Let me see if you can calm these goats.
19.
Okay.
Oh,
of course she can.
the
Oh,
most
of course.
soothing
Yeah.
goat
Yeah,
calmer
and
ever.
they respond immediately to you coming over to them with this gentle gesture. It is very clear that these are domesticated goats. So when they see a person they perceive as, the humans who probably owned them back in Caer Konig, you're similar enough to them. They respond and immediately are quiet and very happy as you're, petting their little foreheads, and they kind of calm
Cute.
down.
Oh,
Great
I
job.
wish my daughter
you
was
soon.
like Xena.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say I wish my daughter was like the goats.
It
and
was
I
like the goats.
Oh.
Quiet.
Well, at least she'd listen then. Anyway,
Oh man.
we're being very quiet as we argue.
Yeah.
All right.
So, are there any visual differences between the 3 exits to this room?
So you can kind of tell the passageway down to the south ends in a door, and the passageway to the east also ends in a door. These doors are identical. You can see that the northwest section is more of like a wider hallway that continues for a while and then turns a corner. So you're not quite sure what is going on down there.
Are there any markings on the walls at all?
No, there are no markings here. There are also no areas for torches. It is completely dark here, so it is, all your dark vision. So it honestly seems like this is a very Spartan structure. that is built purely for utility. Is your guess here? Because I mean, as you're also looking back at the front entryway doors, there is a pit that has been dug there with a drawbridge that is currently in the down position. But you know that if somebody wanted to defend the gate, they could raise that up and then create this pit. So clearly, this is a fortress meant to defend and for military purposes.
No one goes through all this work to not defend something of value, so we should tread lightly. There might be other traps that we don't see.
Can I actually I have a feature from being an archaeologist where I can kind of tell the purpose of the building and who created it. Is this Duergar thing? I think I get advantage.
Yeah, so probably advantage on what, a history check, I'm guessing, if it's archaeology. Yeah, go ahead and roll that with advantage and see what you can get.
Okay, that is a 19 plus 5, 24.
Okay, so looking at the structure, the hallmarks, the architecture, it is definitely of Dwarven make. You would say probably specifically Duergar, because it is so much less decorative than dwarves are known for. I mean, you're looking around, this structure, it is not meant to be aesthetically pleasing. It is not meant to be welcoming in any way. This is a Duergar base that has been built for the purpose probably of defense, and then probably for also hosting soldiers or weaponry. Right now it does seem pretty empty though, but the size of this thing, it could hold a lot of troops if needed.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you might also notice too, I mean, this fortress with a 24, I mean, that's pretty good. This fortress is very close to the Dwarven Valley that rests under Kelvin's Cairn, and it's also pretty close to Caer Konig. So this would be a really good spot if somebody wanted to launch either an assault on the dwarves of Kelvin's Cairn or on Caer Konig, or both, I think would occur to you.
Yikes. All right. I will relay this information to the squad.
Inga is going to dip into her basically her fanny pack of spell components, and she's gonna pull out a tuft of wolf fur.
Ooh.
And she is going to take out a piece of chalk, and she's going to carve out some draw some dwarven runes for the hunt onto the ground, and she's gonna drop a little bit of the wolf's fur, and she's gonna cast locate animals and plants.
Ooh, okay. Very cool. How does that
So-
spell work?
So describe or name a specific kind of beast or plant, concentrating on the voice or nature in my surroundings. I learn the direction and distance to the closest creature of the plant or kind within 5 miles if they are present. So she's going to focus on Duergar. and
Does
try
it have to
sense
be a
where-
beast or plant?
Oh, that's true. It is beast or plant.
Nah. Yeah. So, so
Damn.
unfortunately, I think you would know that, so I think we can retcon that.
You can try looking for the mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
If we don't see any in this particular room that we're in,
You do not?
maybe because they smell so much of
Love it.
mushrooms, that might be the area where they stay normally.
Yeah, doesn't
She's
miss
gonna head
all.
over to the goats and she'll cast speak with animals. Be like,
Oh.
That works too.
All right.
Just skip the middleman. Just go right to the source.
These goats, though. Okay, so there are two goats, I'll say. One is all white with kind of a notched ear, and then there is sort of like a piebald kind of black, white, and brown goat. Who was maybe a little smaller than the other one. Which goat are you talking to?
So intelligence. So she can, they can talk to both of them. She just
Oh,
gains the ability. To,
you learn
understand
goat.
them, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's gonna very calmly head up to them, very much in the way that Xena did, and be like, and fold her legs in underneath herself and lie down on the ground, and she'll be like, "Oh, hello, friends. We are looking for the probably small, creepy creatures, kind of like squat, short. Sometimes they turn the big. Probably put you in cage. Do you know which direction they last went?"
And they kind of turn around and look, that way, that way, that way. And they look at all three of the,
Are there
Hungry.
many? Oh yes, of course. And she's going to pull out some like dried bark and like hand it off to them.
oh yeah, they get their weird tongues all over it and start,
How many? Like a lot that have gone through here. Only few. How long time ago? Pretty soon.
And they look at each other more than us.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
So it's more than two.
So
Numbers, I think, are particularly challenging for animals.
Sure. And she'll turn to everyone else. Well, seems as any town is as good as any. There are at least more than two that live here.
Great. Real great. Yeah. Oh boy.
Kind of like rolls her eyes a little bit, like never talk to the goats.
I think God would kind of gesture maybe towards the hallway. Says, no doors to deal with. Maybe we can creep along. I don't want this guy to wake up.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, I like
Makes
that.
sense. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, never mind. I'll do it later.
All right. So do you all want to kind of creep as a unit towards that northwest hall?
Scooby-Doo style.
All right. Okay. So you do. You continue down this hallway here, and you see that in front of you stretches a long room, which is divided in the middle by two open doorways, and it stands empty. In the far southwest corner, an iron lever sticks out of the wall. And you can see that beyond that, there is another building that curves sharply, or another passageway that continues sharply to the south. But so you can't
I really
see.
want to pull that lever.
Please don't.
Xeno's gonna walk directly over to it and like stare at it from below.
Okay. As you walk on over there. Okay. So you walk on over there and you get around the corner and this lever is right there in front of you. And now from your vantage point, you can see that to the south there is a door. And the door is closed. Lucky you.
Creep up next to it. Is there any or can I discern what the lever might be connected to? Is there any chains or anything might
You
indicate?
are sort of looking around the room, and you get the impression that the lever goes up into a pulley system that kind of disappears into the wall of the place. And that's kind of all you can see visually.
Oh, that is tempting. Oh.
Kids.
Well,
Yeah.
What are you
Sure, I
all
describe it like-
doing?
yeah. I'm sure I
Bored.
describe what I'm seeing from the lever.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't recommend we do that.
Yeah, you're right. On the way out, we'll get that too. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So these two rooms side by side, there's
So-
nothing really.
Right. So it's like that room that is open to the main room, that is a big rectangle that is attached to this other square room that has the levers, and there are the two doorways that segment those rooms. And the doorways are just open and weird. And then to the south, there is a door that is closed. And those are all your directions.
Gesture toward to the south. There's nothing of interest otherwise.
I'm gonna send Jingles up to the door quietly, and I'm just gonna kind of let my consciousness go into Jingles and see if he can hear anything on the other side of the door.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. I think with advantage for Jingles. I believe.
Double fives.
Woo!
Oh.
Oh.
Damn.
Jingles can't. I mean, it's still so loud. The ogre snoring, and because there's no furniture in this place, so it is just echoing. Um, though nobody has come to examine it, so maybe, the sleeping ogre is probably nothing of note to whoever might be here.
So Minnie just kind of like goes a little slack for a little bit, then goes, no, Jingles is apparently having a hard day.
Jingles reaches up a shaking foot and kind of like scratches at the inside of their ear.
Good
I don't think you
job,
can hear
honey.
him. He's wheezing. it's quite loud.
Oh, no.
Just existing is a trial, really, for Jingles.
Oh, no.
Well, I suppose I'd kind of scooch Jingles out of the way, and if there's like a doorknob or whatever, so
There is, yeah.
I'll try it.
All right.
Look back.
So you try it, and it turns. It's not locked.
Mm.
Yeah.
Be wary.
Okay. And as you open it, what you see, a stone-carved bed and desk occupy this drab room. Atop the desk are several shards of dark crystal, as well as a crumpled-up piece of paper and a burlap sack draped over a glowing object that emits colored light that shifts from blue to green to red. So you kind of take all this in, and then you see that standing in a corner of the room by this bed, you see a Duergar, which is about a 3.5-foot tall individual with dark gray skin and kind of red eyes. You do see that they have like half armor on right now, like maybe they were in the process of putting on armor or taking off armor. And I think there's this moment where, you open the door and this figure turns around and kind of looks at you blinking with the red eyes. And then you hear a series of, you speak Dwarvish, right?
I do.
Dwarvish curses. And then this figure disappears.
Hey, get in here, close the door. I will rush the area I think he was and just try to tackle.
All right. I think let's go ahead and roll some initiative at this point here. Wow, first initiative. Oh my god.
Ooh, natural 20.
On initiative.
On initiative. Yep.
Whoa. Okay. So Xena, what did you get?
Roll. I was just staring at my actions.
Oh, you have to roll, baby. Come on.
Yes, honey. I got 7.
Okay, 7. And Cobb?
22.
Oh, wow. Okay. And Veronica?
14.
14. And Minerva?
I also got a 7.
Okay. Xena, Minerva, dare I ask whose dexterity is higher?
I have a +3.
Oh, wow.
It's her.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Unbelievable.
Okay, Minnie, it's
Get it.
fast. Minnie moves like lightning. That's how she stayed alive for so
Jogging
long.
grandma.
Right.
Mhm.
All right, and then Inga.
10.
10. Okay. Da-da-da. And let me go ahead and roll some stuff. Ooh, hey, everybody, these dice that you could win tonight roll very well. Just
Sorry.
letting everybody know right now. No, it's good.
Good for you, bad for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Okay. Oh, they slow.
oh, they slow.
They slow. Okay.
Get faster.
Get faster. All right. And I actually have a little portrait for you all to take a look at of this person you are seeing. So let me go ahead and shift on over to this screen. And I'm going to show you
Gimme.
this gentleman, this scary looking dude.
Oh, hello.
Hell yeah.
Simmer down.
He could break my hip just looking at me.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That big is fine.
So
Minnie
this,
tripped and fell. It's fine.
So this fine gentleman is staring you all down at the moment. Well, not anymore. He's invisible now. Or gone. Who knows? But Gob, so you are charging across the room and trying to tackle this figure where you think they were.
Yeah.
All right.
Just rushing out, fists out. trying to make myself as wide as my toddler body can
Will
manage.
allow.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna try and get him with a melee attack.
Okay, so rolling at disadvantage since this is an
Right.
invisible target.
Okay, lower one's an 8 plus 6 is 14.
Okay, so a 14 is not going to do it. As you go ahead and you kind of like grasp the air where this figure was standing, you don't get the satisfaction of feeling anything.
I just look around, very wary. That's what I got.
All right. So, Veronica, we come to you. I think the door is still open. You had seen Gob basically run into the room and be like, close the door! And then I think because Gob was the only one who stepped in there, was probably the only one who actually saw this Duergar. So from your perspective, yeah, you just see Gob run in and into the corner of this room.
So Veronica's going to go in, slam the door behind her, and then cast Armor of Agathis on herself.
Cool.
As like a cold, like chill comes in, and there's just like this icy sheen all over her body.
Nice.
We know you're in here. You can't hide from us.
Ooh, scary. All right, anything else? Or you kind of just stand in front of the door?
In front of the door in case it tries to escape.
Okay, so that would mean that Xena, Minerva, and Inga are on the other side of the door. Okay.
I will say, keep an eye out in case anyone else shows up. We'll deal with this.
And then, and you slam it. Neat. Okay, so Gob and Veronica, you are now in the room, maybe with an invisible creature. Is the situation here. Okay, and then let's see here. What do I want to do?
Who knows?
All right,
Surrender.
so I think that yes. Good. So you close the door and you say that. And then immediately, Veronica, you feel like air kind of moving at your side as this figure becomes visible once again. But not only are they just visible, they seem to be growing to a very, very large size as this dwarf that stood maybe 3.5 feet begins to double as they are enlarging themselves into this corner. And you see that they are bearing this horrible war pick that they must have picked up right in that moment before turning invisible. And this figure says something very cold and chilling to you in a language that, Veronica, do you speak Dwarven?
I do not.
Okay, that you don't understand. But Gob, you just get the idea, like, now you die, trespasser, comes out of this.
Just trash talking. It's fine.
And then this dwarven figure bellows very, very loud. And all of you hear, so Xena, Minerva, Inga, this very large basso sound that comes out and kind of rings around these echoing halls here. And you know that if there is anybody else, they definitely heard that sound. Yes. So that is going to be my Duergar's turn, which is going to bring us to Inga.
Inga is going to, let's see here. She is going to pull out her sling and get a couple of rocks ready, and she's going to hold her action until someone gets within 20 feet for her to make a sling a rock at.
All right. Makes sense to me. Okay. And then we go ahead and we go to Minnie.
Yeah, Minnie is just gonna kind of stand and wait for a cue either from behind the door or from in front of her. And she doesn't really have any weapons, so she's gonna eat some trail mix. Hold my turn.
So ready. All right. And then Xena, what are you doing?
I'd like to see invisibility, just in case the door pops open and something comes through or something comes from another hallway.
Very cool. All right. So for that, what does that look like when you cast that spell?
My thing is I like to glow whenever I use my powers. And it's a different color depending, one of my 3 favorite colors, depending on the intent of the spell. And this is pretty harmless, so it's going to be a light blue, a minty blue glow that just kind of like puffs out almost as if I've misted, and then it goes away.
Extremely cool.
Right.
Neat. So you do that, and then you know that if an invisible creature comes your way, you can see them. All right. And then Gob, we come back up to you. So now there is a very large Duergar who is towering over Veronica with this gigantic war pick.
I will say, "You ain't so big," and I will rush up to it and try to do another melee whack, and if that lands, I'll do something else.
All right. Go ahead and try and roll this.
Yeah. Hey, 17 plus 6. What is that? 23.
Yes, that
21,
will.
Math.
That will definitely hit.
Very good. And with that, I will use one of my superiority dice to do a grappling strike. I think I rush up to it and do like a kick near his leg or butt, and then do a little quick scurry up his back and wrap my legs around his neck and grapple that son of a gun.
All right, let's do it. I am getting it.
Oh,
I am getting advantage on this though because I am enlarged. So.
Right. Yes. The regular damage though for the first hit was I got max, which is pretty nice. 12 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. Yeah, that doesn't seem great. That's pretty hard.
Kicked you in the ass.
You kick him in the ass for 12 points of damage.
Hitting in athletics. 14 plus 8. Ooh, very nice. Wow. I got a 28.
What the hell?
Superiority die to the athletics. That's
Nice.
Veronica's just standing there, just like
go! Yeah, as this little Gob climbs up this giant Duergar. Yeah, because I only got a 19. So what does it look like when because you're a small creature grappling a large creature. So what is going on here? How is that happening?
I think I'm just, with little north thighs around your neck, kind of twist left and right, and it's just a little too distracting to maybe move around too much, and I'm just gonna try and just wail on his head.
Yeah, I imagine you've got him around his neck, so he's like suffocating. So he's trying to like get you off in this moment, and you do see. I mean, Veronica, like this Duergar clearly was not expecting this attack, and they're trying to balance the war pick in one hand and like pull Gob off of their neck, and it's just making these bellowing, choking sounds of frustration as this is happening. Okay, so which is going to bring us to, so coming around the corner, Xena, Minerva, Inga, you are standing on the other side of this door right now, and you hear sounds of cursing coming from around the corner, and you hear a sound of like a creature in pain, and then you hear like a sound and big stomping feet as you see this zombie ogre has been woken and is kind of shambling their way towards you all, and you see flanking behind it another Duergar, so sort of similar looking in style and dress to the one that I showed you on screen, but this is clearly a female Duergar, and she's like putting on this helmet as she's running around, and you can see that on the end of her war pick is some like greenish blood where maybe she struck this ogre to wake it up. So you see these two creatures coming around. So Inga, I will say either of them is within 20 feet if you would like to go ahead and use your action.
That is a 23 to hit.
Ooh, yes. Which one are you hitting?
I will go for the Duergar, for the woman.
Okay. Yeah, definitely a hit.
And 6 damage.
Ow! So 6 damage. So you strike her as she comes around this corner, and she just, kind of bats to the side and like straightens things out, and you see like gets into this very stocky like pose where she's about to like charge, and wreck your day. Cool. So that's gonna be them. And then, Veronica, we come to you.
Veronica's gonna take advantage of this Duergar that's like struggling profusely,
Trying to get Gob
like
off.
to just cleave her axe right into it. A 19 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna do it.
Yeah. 9 damage as her axe slashes across the front of it.
Ooh, yeah. You get a great hit onto this guy who luckily has made himself a very big target. So yeah, you get that hit off. And he is bleeding a lot. You all have done quite a number on him very, very quickly. Cool. So that is going to bring us now to the Duergar's turn. So what is the effect I'm under? I am currently grappled.
Yeah, so it's just speed of 0. Yeah, it's not incapacitated or anything. It's just I'm a pain in the ass until you get me off.
Got it. Okay. So I think then he is going to go ahead and try and bring his war pick up. He's going to do a maneuver where he's basically hitting behind himself to drive it into you as you're climbing around the back of his neck here. So we go ahead and see if he can pull it off. All right. So an 18, is that going to hit you?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And I am doing double damage right now because I am enlarged. So here we go. Okay. Ooh, 8 plus 4, 12 plus 2. So that's going to be 14 piercing damage.
Ooh.
As he lands a heavy blow, and you hear ripping and crunching as this thing is driven into your back, barely missing your spine.
My body. Your body.
It's probably him. It's not me. Don't worry about it.
And you just hear, "Get off!" in Dwarven, being yelled at to you, which is going to bring us down to Inga. Now it is your turn. Let's just go ahead and say the ogre zombie and the Duergar are exactly 20 feet away, kind of running towards you all.
Brilliant. She is actually she's going to pocket her sling, and because of her equine features, she is going to charge at them and pull out her scimitar and get a slash at this lady here.
All right.
And that is, snap, a 22 to hit.
Yeah. Y'all are rolling hot.
That'll be 5 damage, and then when she makes a charge, she can use her bonus action to get in a nice hoof kick, and so she's gonna get right.
So rude.
Insult to injury. Let's go.
Oh,
Seriously.
that is not good. That is a 7. So
That
that's
is
definitely not
going
good.
to bounce off of her very heavy scale mail that she is wearing.
And that is my turn.
Okay. All right. So that is going to bring us to Minnie. What's up?
Yeah, so she drops her big grandma purse that she was rummaging through when she sees them coming in, and she's just gonna squint over and adjust her goggles and be like, "Oh, madam, you're looking a bit cold," and cast Firebolt on her.
Oh boy. at the Duergar?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's gonna be 14 plus 5, 19.
Yes, that will hit.
And that'll be a D10. And that's gonna be 3 points of fire damage.
Ow! So you are making her armor hot, and you can see, yes, some of that heat is penetrating, and she does not look stoked. Okay, and then that's going to bring us to Xena.
I would like to cast Guiding Bolt on the one closest to entering the room.
So it's pretty evenly matched between the Duergar woman, who has taken several blows so far, and the ogre zombie, who has not been damaged by you.
How is the Lady Duergar looking?
She looks like she's still got a pretty good fight in her.
Well, seeing as how they're the ones robbing from people, and maybe they're just enslaving this poor zombie creature.
I mean,
Oh,
you
no.
have seen him in a cage, and
Yeah.
clearly she hit him with her weapon to wake him up from your spell. So
Yeah, that's not how you motivate your employees. So
probably not an employee.
go.
This is probably an indentured servitude at best.
yes, exactly. We're going to shoot at the Duergar.
All right. Do I make a save or do you spell attack for that one?
It's a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
So
Roll it.
15.
15 is going to miss. I think she ducks out of the way as this happens. So you just clip her war pick. This is a very capable fighter, combat ready to deal with mages. So that misses. But Gob, we are coming back up to you at this point. So you have just taken a serious blow to the back, but you are still grappled onto this Duergar.
Right. As part of my unarmed fighting, I get to deal a freebie 1d4 to a person that I'm grappled.
Oh, cool. What is that move? Are you crushing the windpipe? Or
I just do a headbutt, I
Bonk.
think.
Oh no.
Down on his noggin.
Ow.
For 3 bludgeoning damage.
Woo!
And then as it comes, is it Veronica? The lantern. Remember the lantern. And then I just, try to do another wail on this Duergar's
Oh
head.
my god, yes.
It's okay.
Love it.
You're doing this with your fists?
Yeah, I'm a unarmed fighter. So I
Yes.
just got big knobby knuckles.
Wrestler!
Does a 17 hit?
A 17 will do it, yes.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
awesome.
Dobby gob.
Yeah, 16 is your number, so.
Okay, that is rolling nice. 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
ring that bell.
Yeah, so
please
you...
welcome to the stage, Nobby Knuckles.
Nobby! All right, so you see the gray of this Duergar's face getting more of a deep purple as you have been locked around his throat and are just pummeling him here over and over again. And as you strike that blow, you hear a cracking sound. I'm gonna say if you would like to kill this Duergar, you certainly can, or if you would like to do this non-lethally, I'll give you that option since you are using your fists.
Definitely non-lethal.
Okay.
Just in case we need an out.
Yeah.
I think just to say,
Yeah.
this is for the one goat. This is for the other goat. And ride him down to the ground.
Yeah, you KO this guy as he just, in that final hit with that crunching sound, his red eyes kind of spin and roll back in his head to show the whites as he just topples down. And you see, as the large body lands, it shrinks back to its original size as you have now just this regular sized Duergar passed out underneath you.
I think just with for my bonus action, I'll do my second wind and just hand on and say, catch my breath and get some health back.
Ooh, yes. Okay. And then that is going to take us outside. So you have an ogre zombie. Inga, you are standing right there in front of the ogre zombie and this Duergar. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. All right. First off, she is going to try and hit you with her war pick. So let's go. That's going to be an 18. Will that hit you?
Yes, that will hit.
Okay, so here we go. That is going to be 4 piercing damage as she clocks her war pick right into you here. And then the ogre zombie is also going to take a swing. So you see that this ogre zombie has picked up this club that really just has a bunch of nails that has been shoved into it, sort of making... Oh, yes, Katie.
Actually, Minnie is just gonna suddenly remember this dream she had last night with an
Oh, no.
ogre who just totally whiffed when they tried to attack us, and the ogre is going to roll a natural 1.
Oh, your freaking portents? Is that what that is?
Hell
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
divination wizard. So yeah, you see the ogre brings up this club with nails in it and just seems to forget what's happening for a moment and then kind of swings it like they've never swung a weapon before and looks over at the female Duergar who looks pissed and he's just like, "Ooh."
Oh, bad luck, young man.
And yeah, she curses at him, and you hear footsteps coming from behind you as clearly two more boot steps are running into this combat. So you think there are probably two more Duergar about to arrive on the scene next round. Ooh. Which is going to bring us to Veronica. We are at you. So the Duergar in the room is now down. You can definitely hear the sounds of combat happening on the other side of the door.
Oh, well, time to go outside and help everyone else. I'll look over at Gob. Are you going to make it? Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll be right there. Oh.
Take your time, catch your breath. We'll see you in a moment. I will. Veronica will turn around and like swing open the door.
And
like,
just chaos in front
just
of you.
Reveal, right.
Yeah. So you can clearly see now, just around, the corner through those two doorways, your companions engaged in battle with the zombie ogre and this female Duergar.
Ooh, okay. How far away is the Duergar?
20 feet, let's just say.
Simple. I will run up and swing that axe.
All right.
17.
17 will just make it through this armor, which has now been dented by a few good hits here. So go ahead and roll that damage.
13 damage.
Okay.
That was max. Yes.
Ooh, that's...
As I will spin forward and just get away from my friend.
That is very rude. So that looks like a great hit on her. And as her blood kind of spurts out there, you see that she has grown visibly weaker. So she's barely hanging in there.
That'll be it for me.
Okay. And then my Duergar is unconscious. So that is in the room is out. So Inga, we are going to you. So now Veronica has joined you in this melee cluster here.
Hey, girl.
We are going to keep slashing away with this scimitar at this lady.
Hey, lady.
My larder. That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do.
Just making it. I love it.
That's going to be another 5 damage.
Okay. All right. And with that, how do you want to take her out?
Oh, nice. Yeah. As soon as Veronica makes this huge entrance, joins the fray, and I feel like it catches this woman like a little bit off guard between the troll fucking up and everything, and she just takes this moment to like with one of her hooves kind of like gets her in the back of the knee so she's in a like a vulnerable position, and then she just like slashes clean across the front of this Duergar.
Yeah. And as you do, she just surprised all the way. She drops to the ground.
Surprise, mother trucker.
Shocked! All right. And that is going to bring us around to Minnie. So you see that this woman has dropped, but the zombie ogre is still up, and you can hear those two Duergar coming swiftly down the way.
Okay, so Minnie is going to now focused on the ogre, just give it like the nastiest mom glare you've ever seen in your life.
Judging.
And cast Mind Spike on it. Wisdom saving throw.
Ogre zombie. Wow, let's see.
Put it back. I'm not buying it for you. Like, total mom. Like,
not in
oh no,
house.
it rolled a 2.
That's a high. Well, it rolled a 4 and gets a -2, so that's 2. That's a grand total of 2.
Cool. So it's gonna take 12 points of psychic damage.
Oh.
And then not that I think he's going anywhere, but he also cannot be invisible to me at this point.
Don't even try.
You are going nowhere, young man.
Okay. Oh, the judgment. It's killing me. Okay, great. So, and this zombie ogre just kind of reels back and is clutching, its head with one hand. Like, oh, no. It doesn't quite understand what's happening here.
Minnie's just going to say, back to your cage. Go now, shoo.
Oh, maybe that'll work in a minute, but right now it's still like, all right, and then Xena, we come to you.
I'm thinking I want to cast Moonbeam where in the entrance that the other Duergar are coming from, so that they stumble right into it.
Sure. And, there is this thin hallway that narrows out, so you could definitely drop the moonbeam right there. If you wanted, you could drop it where the ogre is, and then that way, if they were running to fight, they would get... Oh, I guess that would get your companions. So... Right, because moonbeam...
It's a 5-foot radius. It's not that big.
Okay. All right, so you could put it right on the ogre, I think. It's a large creature. Why not? If you wanted to.
But the other Duergar would run into that?
They'd have to run around the ogre. It's a kind of a smaller hallway that this ogre is standing in, taking it up all the space.
Okay, then. That's cool with me. Yeah. They need to make, or I guess the ogre needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy, oh buddy.
Oh no.
Okay, that's a 17. Better Constitution than Wisdom for zombies. Who knew?
It is kind of dead. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Okay, well, they made it. So then they're just going to take half damage.
Okay.
There it goes.
There it goes.
Into
It's
the
gone
void.
forever. It's gone
Never
forever.
to be seen
Goodness.
again.
18.
18. Damage?
No, half of 18.
Okay, so 9.
9.
I was like,
Sorry.
We're all just like,
whoa!
what did you roll?
Look at the math.
Whoa!
Can
Xena
I
for
worship you?
president.
Oh my god.
Radiant damage.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
this ogre kind of steps back as it gets this splitting headache, and then all of a sudden this light is pouring down. And it's just like, ah! all around it as this is, happening to this creature. Okay, which is going to bring us back up to Gob. What are you up to?
I stand up straight. Take a look around. Is there any other exit to this room besides the door? No window or
Nope,
anything
this
like that?
just seemed to be a no windows, just a small bedroom.
All right, Gab. All right, and I will look to that desk where I saw the glowing object that I presume is the stolen lantern.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it was in a burlap sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will, I guess, use probably my action to rush over there, scoop everything, those crystals I saw, everything on the desk that seems to be halfway important, into the burlap sack, throw it over my shoulder, and turn and jump into the fray with the rest of my allies.
Okay, yeah. So I think that'll probably, take your full round to go ahead, and you just can take all of the treasures that you see there, scoop it into the bag, and run out there. And so you all see Gob with a sack.
Can I take that Duergar's pick too? It's like, you don't need this no more.
Okay,
then-
yeah. You can take a war pick for sure.
Cool.
It's cool
Confiscated.
looking. It's very scary. All right, so you come around the corner and you see all of this action unfolding in front of you. And it is the Duergar's turn. So as, this ogre is kind of like raging and reeling from the moonbeam, it has to do the save again now, right? Because it's starting its turn? Is that the deal?
I believe so.
If
Their
it goes
turn,
through the
isn't it?
area, it starts its turn there.
Yep.
Oh, you were talking to me. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, Nassim for the
yeah.
for the
When
moonbeam.
it starts its turn in that area.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my Constitution saving throw. I got a 6.
Ha, nope.
It's poor ogre. So rolling a damage.
9.
Okay, all right. So here we go. So here is what's going to happen. So the ogre again gets blasted by this light, and it's just like, ah, literally making that sound, screaming, just spinning around. And you see everybody now in the hallway sees 2 Duergar like come into that main room, where the gates were, and they're like behind the ogre, so they were clearly like running from either direction. And they look at the ogre, who's just like freaking out, and they look at all of you. They look at the body on the ground, and you see these 2 Duergar vanish. And then the zombie is gonna try and swing. So it's gonna go for eeny, meeny, meeny, meeny. Go for Veronica because it's Sage's birthday.
I will gladly accept that.
So there you go.
We'll
Will
finally trigger your armor back at this.
nice.
Shh. You've activated my trap card.
No! The magician hat. So that'll be a 16. Will that hit you?
Oh no, she will bat that hand away like, you will not touch me, you filth.
Yeah, so again, just the club is diverted away, which is going to bring us to Inga. We are at you now.
Oh boy. All right, let's start wheeling on this troll boy with ye old
No,
scimitar.
if this was a troll, you'd be in trouble.
Or ogre.
But this is just an
Trolls are mean. They're screwy.
Trolls are extremely rude.
Oh,
In
the
Icewind Dale,
dungeon.
I will say there are a couple special trolls, and they are even worse. So
Can't wait to meet them. I only got a 10 to hit, so I assume that does not
no,
hit.
that is going to, I think, just chunk into kind of the undead flesh, and part of it will fall off, but it's not an integral part of the body. So it doesn't seem to.
It's not an integral part. Like,
Yeah, it's like, some of it's like arm fat. It's like,
Gallbladder.
it's like the wings.
gallbladder just falls out. Like, I don't need
I
that.
don't need
it's
that.
fine.
It's useless.
Oh no. Oh no, a tonsil.
that.
Like,
Oh. Yeah, you hit its
Alright, that's my
tonsil.
turn.
Oh. Okay, and then that's gonna be Minnie. We are up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and warm him up again. Well, I try to.
Boop, boop.
And I'm gonna fail because that is a 5 total.
Nope. It's
Yeah.
hard to hit this thing that's surrounded now by your friends and in moonlight. There's just a lot going on. So it's hard. Xena, we come to you.
Well, I guess we're gonna inflict some wounds. Ooh, get it out
I
of its
guess. I mean,
misery.
Casual.
Ooh, some casual wound inflicting. Let's do it.
Cleric.
So let's try to hit this sucker. 15.
15 is going to hit him. He's a big target. Big ol' target.
Oh, goodness.
So
Well,
you
it's about
land a
time.
hand on there.
Yeah, but we don't need to do it aggressively. we already
It's
know.
a gentle caress.
It's like a little
Okay.
bad zombie.
Slappies. All right, roll that damage.
Oh,
Roll that
There
slappies
we go.
damage.
16 damage, necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Does that-
So you do a
Does that really
gentle.
affect a zombie that much?
Yeah. It doesn't
Oh,
have any
okay.
kind of resistance to that. So you go ahead, you slap that zombie, and where you slap it, just these black veins like move across the skin, and it just begins to shrivel as flesh and bone just dies and desiccates before your eyes as you deal a huge amount of damage to this zombie that does not look in good shape at all, which is going to bring us back up to Gob.
Yeah. So I would I rush into where I see all my allies and say, Minnie, hold this for me for a minute, would you? And I toss her the burlap sack, and would I notice the other Duergar? Have I heard them coming or anything
You
like
haven't
that?
heard anything, and they went invisible before you came around, or I guess no, you all saw them go invisible. But yeah, you haven't heard the sound of boots or movement or anything towards you all.
Can I? And is there still the present moonbeam blocking
There is.
the path? All right. Well, I think in Dwarvish I'd probably shout out and say, "Hey, we don't want no more trouble. You saw what we did to your friends. We can go now. We got what we came for. Let us go. We won't murder none of you." Persuasion or something?
Sure,
like that?
you can make a persuasion.
So smooth.
I'll do guidance.
Hey.
your Brooklyn accent makes me so happy. Like, I'm getting yelled at by a guy on the train. Like, I accidentally bumped into you. Get out of here. Like,
I think your guidance would end your moonbeam, if I'm not mistaken. But
It's a cantrip, would it?
is it
It's
concentration,
You still have to
so
use
yeah.
your-
it's okay. I think
Okay.
I got a pretty good. I got a 19.
Okay,
You
so
you're fine.
you ring this out in
Come
Dwarvish,
on.
and silence meets you.
I think that means yeah. They're into it.
Totally.
Fight to the death. Bring it on then.
And I guess if I don't hear any response, if that's not my action, then maybe I'd take a defensive stance and
Sure.
come on.
Yeah, you can take your defensive stance. Yeah, you didn't hear anything back. Anything. All right. So we are now it's the Duergar's turn. So the ogre is going to have to make that Constitution saving throw. It got a 20, so it's going to take half damage. So go ahead and roll your moonbeam. Oh. Moonbeam, Nassim!
10.
10! All right, so it's going to take 5 damage, which is enough. What does it look like when this radiant damage incinerates this ogre zombie?
Well, considering it's already rotting flesh, I think it just melts right off the bone.
Mm-hmm.
Just flesh and muscle and tissue just keeps sliding right off of the skeleton.
You incinerate this thing that just in this final shock of light, you just hear, oh no, and then this smoldering stain on the ground as this ogre zombie is decimated. And there's that moment of quiet that follows. There are definitely not the sound of footsteps. You also don't get that feeling that anybody is even in this room in front of you any longer. You think that the Duergar might have run out of here.
Yeah.
I still have my invisibility on, right? So I would
see invisibility, since that is a concentration as well. I believe that would have gone away. Yeah, clerics, you have to be careful with the concentration. That's the big for action economy with clerics. It's the big thing. So with that, we have left combat. And I think now is a good time to open up our dice giveaway! So once again, reminding you all of the rules, we are going to put a word in chat. You have to enter the word that we say in chat to enter to win these beautiful dice from RPG Dice. But you have to stick around until the end of the episode when we are going to pull that winner because you have to claim in chat that you are here. So once again, these beautiful dice from Joe, RPG Dice. Please also make sure to follow Joe because he posts lots of gorgeous pictures of all the sets he's working on and check out his website as well. So enter to win these sweet beauties. What's the word, Sage?
Exclamation point, water walk to get these cool water walking
to get these beautiful dice.
Good luck, y'all.
Good luck. Enter that word, and at the very end of the show, we are going to be pulling that winner. So, all of you, here you are, standing amidst the smudged remains of this ogre zombie with this dead Duergar woman in front of you. You can hear the sound of screaming goats from around the corner, who seem very distressed by this whole combat. And then you have an unconscious Duraguard back in that bedroom.
We should probably tie them up and then question them. Might be a good idea.
I don't. There might be more. Many in that bag. I think there's a lantern. I found some magic crystals. I think some paper. I think we got what we came for. I don't. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like we got to get out of here, or we're gonna get clobbered.
It's clobbering time.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Actually, I'm gonna refill my drink while you all talk about what you want to do.
Well, I mean, we did a pretty fair job with those. I feel like with that alarm that was set off, if there was more than 2 more, we'd know.
Yeah, they might have. I don't know. I'll go ahead.
No, essentially, I don't think that there are that many of them. Otherwise, we would have seen more than just the 2. They also did turn tail and run, so I'm pretty sure we're okay for right now.
They could have been going to get more, though. I don't know.
True enough, but essentially...
Well, I just don't want these same thieveries to happen again if we don't figure out what's hip-hop happening down here. And furthermore, I want to look through these knickknacks we found for a minute.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. I think while you do that, I'd rush out to the main area and see if I can bust those goats loose.
All
Hell
right.
yeah.
One track my.
Sure, get
Freedom.
those goats
Save
free.
the
Get them
goat.
free. So also, since see invisibility actually wasn't a concentration spell, I was totally wrong.
Oh, nice.
So you would have seen then that those Duergar did turn invisible, and then they ran off together down the eastern passageway and through the door. So they definitely like did a 180 and saw the situation and were like, oh no, and then
go.
left out of the eastern passageway. So you saw them flee. So they might still be in the fortress somewhere. You would know.
Okay. Gotcha. I'll let them know. They frolicked away like fools.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
just two like Duergar like, yeah, I don't want to do anything of this, and they're just like,
Yeah, they definitely had the expressions of, hey, we're going to come help, and then saw the ogre zombie losing, saw the dead body on the ground, and saw all of you, and were like, oh no,
We're good.
we're going to win today. Goodbye. All right, so, Gob, you can very easily break free these goats, who instantly calm down again once they realize you are not going to kill them.
Be free.
Yeah, and they are very docile, so they don't run off. They start following you wherever you go, because they don't know what to do without somebody to tell them what to do. And then, so Minnie, you're opening up the sack of objects and looking at everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
And were there papers in there as well, did you say?
Yes. So in everything in the sack, there are several shards of a dark crystal that you can kind of pick up and look at, and it's very beautiful. It looks like ice, but has this kind of blackish, smoky quality to it. So you find several shards of that in this bag. You also see that in the sack there is the lantern that you can pull out, which looks a little bit banged up now after being thrown in a sack and thrown around. But yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. It changes from green to red to blue, and then just kind of cycles back through it.
What could this be from?
Powerful magic.
And it has a little hook on the top where you might hang it from above a door, one might say. Wow! That's really all it seems to do. It doesn't seem to have any other cool features. It's just like a magic LED lamp. Also, in there, you do see a crumpled up piece of paper that has a message written on it in Dwarven runes.
Scurry back.
Bob.
They're following me. I don't know what to do. It's fine.
10 minutes and cast comprehend languages.
No, we don't
It
get
just-
to that. Let me.
I mean, just give it to Gob. It's fine. He can read it.
I'll spread it against the wall
Okay.
and see if I can.
Gob.
All right. So you see that this piece of paper is a letter, and it says, "Brother, you will find me on the frozen ferry in East Haven. From this new base, the search for Shardalin continues. Long may our father reign over this dark land." And it is signed Dearth.
It's a fine name, Dearth.
I
I don't know what any of that means. It says East Haven.
You know that East Haven is one of the 10 towns in Icewind Dale. Also in the bag, you find 25 beads that are carved from pearls. You find a couple other things too. You find like a tinkerer's set of tools. And I think, let's see, there was something else. There's another kind of tool set. Oh, there it is. Damn. Okay, 25 pearls carved into decorative beads, 3 daggers, a set of woodcarver's tools, a set of navigator's tools, fishing tackle, and then a small vial, stoppered vial of a reddish liquid. Looks an awful lot like a potion of healing.
Super neat.
Medicine.
Yeah, you're sure this is a potion of healing.
Gob, you might want to tuck that away since you know you like taking pics to the face.
Well, I mean, Let's get somewhere safe. We can divvy it up.
True.
Oh.
5 for right now.
We also probably should go check on her guide.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she might be getting bamboozled.
Oh, should we
Or
look
she's
any-
frozen solid. Either way.
It's cold out there.
Mm.
Oh, she's capable. Did you tell us what the letter said? I assume.
Yeah, I would have read it out loud.
Does
Real slow.
Shardolin, does that ring any bells for me with like a history check?
Why don't you go ahead? Yeah, make a history check. See if you know what that is.
Minnie holds out her hand for guidance.
High five.
Lady.
Someone, anyone, guidance.
Guidance,
Don't
please.
leave me hanging.
Okay. 9 plus 2 is 11, plus 5 is 16.
Okay.
Good.
So with this, Shardolin, something about that name seems familiar. And you've spent a lot of time in Icewind Dale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are pretty sure you've heard of this substance before, though you weren't really sure if it was real or not, or kind of a legend. So Shardolin, it's also known as like black ice. It is this substance that is a very powerful magical conduit. You know that, like, in ancient cultures, wizards used to use this to make magical artifacts of, because it holds magic and amplifies magic so well. You also do know that there was something really inherently evil about Shardolin. It had this kind of power to corrupt and twist the minds of those who used it and held on to it for too long. Honestly, you don't really think that was real. So it's kind of jarring to see that word presented in this letter. Also, you could probably put together that those shards, those crystal shards, that might be Shardolin that you have.
All right. Grit, she'll relay all this, and while she's doing it, she takes out like a spare knapsack from her bag and kind of wraps up
it,
those
you
and
know.
just like puts it in the sack by itself and then throws it in the purse.
I think, Minnie, you catch yourself for a moment as you're wrapping it and you're about to kind of fold that burlap over. You're like, but it's so pretty. And then you can, kind of shake it away and put it in your bag. But just for a moment, you felt it calling to you.
Got the tingles.
Oh no. Oh no. Bucket and a mop, I'm just saying.
It freeze right away. Okay. Well, we should make sure nobody gets a hold of this. I'll hold on to it for a while in my purse.
Oh yeah. Should we are we gonna track down these two who's it's, or are we gonna go back down the well and meet up with Jotha? What do you think? I don't
At this point, we should probably just walk out the door, but we should also try to wake up that one to ask a couple of questions, because I'd really like to know why these things were taken. So, this doesn't happen again after we leave.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay. So you want to try and rouse the unconscious Duraguard?
After tying up and
Right.
Yeah,
Oh.
doing the business. So
Oh
yeah.
my
Right.
shit,
Inga,
that
dear,
you
can I borrow
know.
some of your rope?
Wine. Yeah, so you do. You tie up this Duergar and kind of slap him to consciousness, and just the shuddering face, and these red kind of sullen eyes sort of open up, staring hatefully at all of you as he's kind of slumped in this corner.
Hey. I'll serve as translator. V, go ahead. Yeah.
So, why are you here?
And the Duergar spits a big fat loogie on the ground at your feet.
Veronica will raise her hand and a great axe will just kind of appear out of nowhere, and she will place it right up against his neck. That wasn't the answer I was looking for. So again, why are you here? And she will roll an intimidation check.
Seems fair.
Just because, yeah. Oh, 27.
Okay. And Gob, I'm assuming you're translating because you can tell this
Yeah.
Duergar doesn't understand common.
Definitely
when you're
translator,
saying
yeah.
it. And so this Duergar, kind of, despite their cool as ice demeanor, you see like that swallow happens as your, axe comes by his neck. And then he, stares once again, his beady eyes kind of scanning the room here, and then lands to Gob, who he knows can understand him. And he says, "My father is more powerful than any of you filthy creatures could imagine. You don't understand the glory of it, the power found in the ice. None of you do. But you will learn soon enough. When my father unleashes his terror upon 10 towns, your doom soars on dragon's wings," he says, and then kind of clamps his jaw shut and lifts up his neck towards your axe, Veronica.
Always with the theatrics. Veronica will wave her hand away and the axe will disappear. I'm not going to kill you. That would be too easy. But you will answer for your crimes. Let's take him back to the town.
Yeah, daddy's boy. Come on. I guess I will try to hoist this Duergar up and do like a fireman's carry, I guess. Trailed by my goats.
Yeah.
my
There's a whole lot going on with Gob right now.
And this Duergar fully intends to be dead weight and to make your carrying him as hard as possible. But he'll stay quiet. And you take him, and the goats, follow obediently behind.
Yeah, I'd give him a toss down the well and jump in after
Flash.
if I can.
All right.
Or I guess if that's the plan. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump ahead.
Nope, you're gone now.
If you would like, the drawbridge is open, or currently
right,
down,
yeah.
so you could just open up the front doors and walk out, if you would like.
We could just tie him to Inga and have her drag him through the snow, but
If you don't mind, I don't know.
He's pretty heavy.
Dragging Duergar through the snow.
I know. on a one centaur deer sleigh.
Yeah, so Inga, are you cool with dragging this Duergar behind?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
All right. So is that the plan, kids? We're all going back out to meet Jartha?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Supposed to stand wary as we go.
Yeah, you are keeping your eyes out, over this landscape. And Xena, you're clocking around, especially with your see invisibility. And, as you step outside, and once again, it's, the green and purples of the twilight sky. You're scanning the snow. You don't see any Duergar. You all don't see any footprints, nothing. So maybe they were wiser about getting out of here, or maybe they're still there. It's hard to say. But you drag this Duergar across the snowy landscape, and you see over one of these crested ridges, Jartha's head, her dwarven face pops up over the edges, and you see just her eyes in between the lines of fur where she was crouched down on the snow, and she shakes off a bunch of the snow that she's built around herself into this kind of tiny igloo, and stands up and waves and's like, "I was worried about you all." Seems like you brought back a friend.
Oh, we're fine, sweetheart. Gob just got a little boo-boo, but he's doing okay.
Yeah, and I think, she'll, as you all get closer, I think, her eyes widen as she sees this Duergar that you are pulling behind you. And she says, "What? Where did he come from? There's Duergar here?"
Apparently, and
Yeah,
they're the
go.
ones who've been taking everything.
They never come above ground. I don't... Why... And she looks disgusted and extremely alarmed by the presence of this Duergar. And I think all of you would know, dwarves and Duergar have warred against each other for centuries. This is a very, very old racial conflict that you're seeing unfold in front of you.
We got him. He's harmless. His daddy's boy. We figured we'd take him back to Konig, and you lock him up. Maybe you get some answers out of him. We got the missing items back, and
good.
Yeah, it's
We
cool.
should head back indoors and then we can discuss what we've learned.
We should, yeah. Where there's one Duergar, there's always more. So let's go.
Two more back there actually.
Couple less,
So
but yeah.
might want to get some of your friends on that.
Yeah, you see
At your
her.
leisure.
Her expression goes very vicious, and she says, "I think I'll do just that."
You should probably also let the other dwarves in the valley know that there are Duergar in their midst. And we've secured them a new fortress.
Yeah. Well, let's get you back to Caer Konig, and we'll go from there. And with that, she begins to lead you across the tundra. And this time it's much faster because you're not following tracks. You are going back to a set destination. So it takes you only a few hours to make it back to Caer Konig. And I think it would be probably close to night is approaching. So the sky is slightly darker than the dark it usually is as you are coming into town. And as you are dragging this Duergar behind you, who has been absolutely silent, not any kind of acknowledgement of you or the situation or the pain or the cold he must be experiencing, just this deadpan silence. The people of Caer Konig come out of the streets and start to cluster around, staring at you all as you are moving into town, just wondering what is going on. So where are you going at this point?
I guess we asked Jartha if there's like any kind of like holding cell, like sort of situation.
And she says, we have a cellar underneath Frozen Far. That would probably be the closest thing we have to a jail cell. We could put him down there, close the trap door, put some heavy things on it until the town speaker decides what to do with him.
Be careful, this guy turns invisible. Some
You can
shit.
get real big, real strong.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know what the Duergar are capable of. Don't worry.
Oh, good. So you know he's a complete turd.
Yeah.
I turn towards the Duergar. What's your name, Daddy's boy? Come on.
Silence.
Come on. I give him a little nudge with the toe of my boot. Come on.
And he'll kind of cough out, Nildar Sunblight, and you best do well to remember the name.
Nildar.
Unblight.
Fancy name for someone who's been dragged through the snow for hours.
He literally can't understand you and wouldn't respond if he could.
Name's
She feels good about herself.
You let whoever knows that it's Nildar Sunblight. The big daddy's boy. You write that down somewhere. And can we go get some warm food somewhere?
Yeah, so you did remember that at the Northern Lights, if you returned the lantern, they offered you free beer, free rooms, free food. They couldn't pay you, but they could give you these things. So, so you can definitely part ways. Jartha will, take up dragging off Nildar to trap in the cellar underneath Frozen Far expeditions while you all go to the Northern Lights Inn. And as you step through the door, you are greeted with finally the warmth of a fire, and you're out of the chill. And, you've only been gone for like less than a day, but it is horrible out there. Negative 45 degrees is the average temperature in Icewind Dale. So stepping through the door, you feel defrosted. And immediately, Allie, one of the sisters who runs this inn, she comes from around the bar and is like, you've made it back. Are you okay? Is everything fine? What, Here, sit down. And she's, trying to help you take off your cloaks and just get you all comfortable.
So please.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Did you find it? What happened?
Lift up that lantern.
Oh my God, you got it back! That's amazing. Thank you. Corey. And she, yells back towards the kitchen, and you see Corey, her older sister, steps through, and this look of genuine surprise as she sees the lantern and all of you alive, and she's like, "Oh, wow, yes, food, okay." And she runs back and, Allie immediately cradles the lantern to her chest, and starts kind of cleaning it up and puts it up on the bar and looking at, the dented pieces and, remembers what's happening and comes around. And you all hear a voice from that armchair by the fire, and you hear "So, you've made it back in one piece. Who was it? Who were the brigands?" As you see Trovis, the silver dragonborn town speaker, still in the exact same chair where you left him before addressing you all, with a nice frosty mug in one of his talons.
Seems that you have some visiting Duergar.
Duergar? No. They don't go outside. Upside. They don't go upside. They stay underground. That's the Duergar.
Oh, please, kind sir, go and look into the cellar. I guarantee you we are correct. Also, is he still drunk? Or more drunk?
He looks like he's on a new drunk. He's kind of got like a rosy silver to his scaled face right now. Whoa, you're serious. That's okay. So a Duergar was taking all of the town's items?
Yeah. It seemed like they bunch of Mr. Sunblight was he was collecting some kind of Chardonnay crystals.
Chardonnay crystals.
And he nods gravely.
Not Chardonnay crystals.
Magical. It's beyond my comprehension.
So
some dark business.
Is it just one Duergar? A bunch of them.
Yeah.
There are at least 4.
Oh. And why? Did you see why?
Who has that letter? Gob?
I guess, probably.
Yeah, Minerva or Gob would have it. But yeah, if you want to hand it over.
You read Dwarvish?
I read Dwarvish. He doesn't read Dwarvish. He holds it really far away from his face. There's a Duergar in East Haven? That's not good. We should let them know right away that if there's more Duergar, this is a major threat to 10 Town. We can't just have invisible Duergar walking around 10 Towns. What's going on? Why are they here?
After you go.
With the statement from Mr. Sunblight of saying that our doom shall come on dragon's wings, I think that might be a literal threat.
Dragon? This is all... And he kind of, puts a hand to his head. He's like, this is all a big problem. You all have helped us out so much. Thank you. But we need to warn East Haven if there's Duergar around there too. Can you go to East Haven and let them know this threat, and I'll contact the rest of 10 Towns and try to get a council together, and we can all meet in Bryn Shander and see what's happening. But if you all go to East Haven, that would be good.
I desperately want to know what the councilman looks like from Dugan's Hole.
There, you know that, so 10 towns is a loose confederation of these 10 towns. Usually they just run everything in-house, but every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, all of the town speakers come together and make these group decisions. But something like that is extremely rare because all 10 towns are so insular and so competitive with each other. It's a rare event, but if a threat was great enough, maybe that could actually work, and there could be a town council again. So, so this Dragonborn is pleading with you to go to East Haven and stop whatever the Duergar are doing there.
Well, we will need some funds if we're to travel. Is this something that we could manage?
We don't have any money.
Shit. That sucks.
You got booze money. Yeah.
We can,
Supplies and a sled of dogs would bring us quite far.
Oh, we can get you some dogs. And Allie and Corey have kind of been overseeing this conversation, and now they come out with soup and bread and food and ale, and are getting you all set up as this is happening. And Allie says, we have some money saved up. We can certainly go ahead and try and get you those dogs, whatever you need. Corey says, if Duergar really are out here, and if they're making a move on 10 towns, we want to do whatever we can to help. This isn't going to be good. I've never actually seen a Duergar, but the dwarves are close. We've heard stories, and she shudders, looking very distressed.
Yeah, serious business. If we go to East Haven, maybe you could send a messenger to the dwarves over by Kelvin's, and maybe they got something to say about this too.
Corey nods and she says, I'll make sure Jartha gets out to them. She's probably the fastest person we have here. If you hurry, you can make it to Caer Konig, which is the next town over, in about 2 hours. And then I think East Haven's probably about 9 or so from there if the roads stay clear. But of course, you're welcome to stay here, and everything's on us. Just thank you for this. If there's anything else we can do, we don't have much, but we want to help.
Delicious. I'm going to go have a bath. Thank you. And
yeah. And Allie's like, I'll start melting the snow.
More breadsticks, please. Thank you.
Yeah, and they give you more breadsticks. It is
when do we get to
Olive
Olive Garden?
Yeah. It's the Northern Olive Garden.
Right. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Can at least be like a Red Lobster, like biscuits.
For the biscuits, cheddar
yes,
biscuits.
the only thing that's good there.
So many.
Thank God we brought those goats back. They definitely provide the cheese in those biscuits.
Basically.
Oh, yeah.
They're probably just standing in the middle.
Oh yeah,
of
in the
area.
corner. I think probably Allie would have run out and let the couple down the way who owns the goats know, and they're a very joyful reunion with the goats, and they're like, "Oh yes, my goat," and they hug the goat, and the goats are so happy, and it's very cute.
Very good.
These are not goats for slaughtering. These are clearly beloved family goats.
I pet them goodbye. I said, "So long, fellas."
Bye.
Bah.
Bye.
Oh man, so I guess
Yeah.
should we-
Rest up, rejuvenate, get our spell slots back.
Right.
Yeah.
New
Oh,
hairstyles. Yeah.
Yes, do your hair, get it all back. So you can certainly spend the night here, and you are well fed, well taken care of. Are you all intending to head out for East Haven as soon as possible tomorrow morning?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Return the pearls too. If
You all
that
are so
broke.
good. You all have such good beans.
If they're that broke, I'm not
They
gonna
are.
take it.
It's been years of Arl's bullshit, and everybody is having a very bad time. So Yeah. All right. So morning comes around. You all know, I think, from your internal clocks rather than the motions of the sky, you can tell that there is a chill in the air that indicates the weather may not be great. So feeling that, it's probably best if you head out very, very quickly and try to make it to the next town over before the weather turns foul.
How long trip is this? From our
So
knowledge?
from Caer Konig to Caer Dinaval, which is the next town over. So let me go ahead. I'll show you all the map real quick. Oh, not that guy. Not that guy. Wait, well, oh, okay. So looking on the map here, so you all, Caer Konig, this northeast point, so traveling to Caer Dinaval, which is the next town down to the southwest, that's going to be about 2 hours if the weather doesn't mess up. And then down from Caer Dinaval, you're going to make your way all the way down here to East Haven, which is about a 9-hour trek.
Okay.
And the roads are pretty destroyed just by snow and weather and foul passage. So it might be harder than that. But that's best case scenario. You're looking at 11 hours.
Oh, that is a trek.
Mm-hmm.
Should we get any supplies before we leave? Get some doggy bags to go as well if they're going to be
Right.
hospitable like that.
Some dog. Yes, they will definitely stock you up with food for rations that will cover you for at least 3 days, which is certainly more than enough if things go well.
I
Good,
have a
yeah.
feeling they won't, but
Fingers crossed.
What do you mean?
I have a bad feeling about this.
So, do we have our own dog sled and team?
So if you would like, they can conjure enough money to buy you enough for one dog team. So that'll be 6 dogs and a sled. And a sled is basically enough to carry one medium-sized creature or a bunch of stuff.
Oh, I can wrangle these poochies. I got a little bit of training, so just putting that out there. I got really small legs as well.
And I will say you could either do the dog team and sled, or you could all get snowshoes if you wanted to do that. That's probably about the equivalent value.
I did a calculation. I can actually push, pull, and drag about 700 pounds because I count as a large creature.
That would be more
For
than
the
a
purposes
sled.
of carrying- yeah.
Dog sled.
So
Let's
y'all
get those
can-
shoes.
Everybody just pile on Inga, apparently. Dog pile.
So if you would like, Inga, you can get a sled. And then, some of you could get shoes and kind of make it that way so you could carry a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that definitely
Can
makes
I-
sense. So yeah.
Can I saddle up a dog and ride some small?
Yeah, I'll
some
say,
small
you know
fella?
what? Sure. They will give you a riding dog.
Yeah.
Oh my
What?
god, it's literally a Malamute. Yeah.
Yes,
Hello,
it's
Thunder.
basically
How
a
you
wolf. Yeah, what does your dog look like? What is your
It's-
dog's name?
Oh my god.
Balto.
It's
Name.
Balto.
Balto.
Thunder.
Not
Balto
Balto,
Thunder?
Balto.
Balto, yes.
Balto
Their famous
Thunder.
Balto.
Okay, good. What does Balto Thunder look like?
Balto Thunder. Oh.
He's just white and gray. He's got one big spot over one eye,
Oh, cute,
one floppy ear.
cute. Oh, I hope he doesn't
What's his
die.
disposition?
Yeah.
This is, he's
Probably
a
tough
pooch.
as shit if he's
Yeah.
made it out here, because he looks like a nice snack for a bunch of the
Sturdy.
things in Icewind Dale. So, yeah, I think tough as nails.
Oh my god, giant corgi, do it.
Oh my god.
He's a
All
snow
right.
corgi.
So you get your sled, you all get snowshoes, you get Balto Thunder, and you begin to head off, going north or southwest, traveling on the road to Caer Dinaval. And I think traveling goes pretty well for like the first hour, but that chill begins to creep in and the wind starts to blow, and you begin to see these flurries kind of picking up. as you were making your way across the place where you know the road was, but just layers of ice and snow have decimated this area, which has made it impossible for caravans to even reach Caer Konig, which is one of the reasons Caer Konig is so poor compared to the rest of 10 towns. And, you know, another hour passes, and now this point the wind is just blowing furiously, and you're realizing that if you had gone the right way, you should have made it to Caer Dineval by now, but maybe because the roads are so impacted, it's just really become a problem, and at this point, the wind is just picking up and whipping in your direction, and a full-on blizzard has started to set in as the sky blackens and these flurries of ice crystals are like hitting you in the face and your eyes, and it has just become so miserable you can't even look up at this point as you're pushing your way through the snow. So if all of you would like to try and continue, I would like some group survival checks. Actually, let's go ahead and start with a group survival check and see how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got an 8.
That's a fail.
18.
Okay, that's good.
Natural 20 plus 2, 22.
Okay.
Woo.
15.
All right.
Balto knows the way.
Right. Guide us.
that
Oh,
is
beautiful thunder.
A natural 1 plus
Woo!
5, so 6.
Okay, but that's 3 successes, though. So that, as a group, you succeed. And you are pushing through this blizzard, trying to stay on course. And there are moments when the snow is so thick and the wind so fierce that you lose sight of your companions. But because you all succeeded, you managed to still stay together in that unit somehow. But you feel like, you know, if you're continuing pushing on, this blizzard might have divided you, lost you each in the snow, as the howling roar of this blizzard just makes it impossible to hear anything, and you can't see anything, and you are so consumed with the misery of this moment, and you need to get some shelter very, very quickly. So one of you, who is leading point? Who is the person that's kind of leading this group right now?
Probably Inga, since
Yeah.
she's being a native.
Yeah. All right, then Inga, why don't you go ahead and make me a final survival check to see if there's anything you can do in this, because you are all gonna die out here if you don't get somewhere.
I guide thee.
Hell yes. That is a 15 plus 5 is a natural 20 plus 3, 23.
Okay, yeah, so Inga, you are just trying to scan the landscape, and now you are sure that you all have wandered off course, because Caer Konig should have been, or Caer Dineval should have been in sight by now, so you are off the map. So you are just looking for anywhere, like a ledge or a ridge or like a nice patch of not icy snow, so you can, you know, burrow down to pass out this blizzard, and you manage to spot on this next kind of cresting ridge a structure, it looks like, and as you continue to push through, you see it's a cabin, this dark wooden cabin that kind of stands out to you, and you can see parts of it are ruined, parts of it are worn away, but you know that is probably going to be your best bet for structure.
She'll definitely point out this structure. She's like, it's probably trap in the
Screaming.
blizzard, but willing to take chance.
Let's go.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on to rope so we can get to cabin.
So Inga, you didn't hear anything, but Inga's throwing a rope at you all, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so you all kind of grab onto a rope and make your way towards this cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so as you are approaching, you see perched on the edge of a snowy ridge above a gorge is a black lodge on wooden stilts. Whatever path might have led to this ramshackle retreat lies buried under snow. Icy steps climb to a snow-covered walkway that clings to the south side of the structure. The building's slumped posture and sagging snow-covered roof, coupled with the broken windows and loose flapping shutters, suggests utter abandonment. Large snowdrifts huddle around the rotting stilts and engulf a nearby woodshed and outhouse. Only the wind visits the sinister place. But now all of you do as well, as you are pushing your way towards this black cabin so conveniently in front of you in the snow.
Don't say it like that.
That's where we're going to end. I have to say it like that because that's our cliffhanger.
Right.
Ah, that's where we're ending today's episode as you have reached the Black Cabin. Yeah, so before we do our outros, we gotta pull our winner for our dice giveaway. So everybody, tune in. We're about to pull that winner. Yes, yes. And remember, you have to claim in the chat to say that you won. So who is our winner?
Will Mill 66.
Will Mill, let us know that you're here. Congratulations. So just let us know in the chat that you are here. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us for the second episode of our Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden playthrough. We're starting to get into some plot. Things are getting interesting.
Spooky.
Spooky. Will Mills claimed. Congratulations. Yes, scary, scary times in Icewind Dale. So, once again, thank you all for being here. I am Celeste Konowich, and I have been your dungeon master / one of your official authors of this adventure.
And I'm Joe. I have been your North fighter, Gob Herkenstone.
Hi, I'm Katie, and I played Minerva Tinkerbobble, your grandma divination wizard.
Yeah, I'm Nassim. I played your Kalishtar cleric, Xena Orendi.
And I am Sage, and I have played Inga, your centaur druid of the stars.
And I'm Vincent, your changeling hexblade warlock, slashing away to save the day.
Yes! Thank you all for joining us. I'm so glad you all lived.
Right. So are we, let me tell you.
So
you did
and
great.
Another very happy birthday to Sage.
Yes.
Happy birthday! That's why I let you all live, because it was
Right.
Sage's birthday. So
Totally.
if you are new to the Venture Maidens, welcome. This is just one of the many shows that we have on this channel. So to keep up with us, please do follow us on social media at Venture Maidens on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and please make sure to follow, like, and subscribe. It really helps us if you subscribe to this channel, and of course, just let people know that you always hang out. Cool times Wednesday nights. We are going to be back with main campaign of Venture Maidens next Wednesday. That's going to be episode 96 of our campaign. So we're getting there towards some hot stuff. So please join us next week then. And of course, this campaign will be back the week after that. So on the 13th, you can catch us right back here, 7 p.m. on the channel. Is that it? Did I get all the things, everybody? Yeah?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! Oh my gosh, yeah!
I'm gonna see you.
Our last
Who
game
knew?
of the
Bye,
year.
2020. Fuck
Let's
you.
hope
Yeah,
Right.
fuck off,
Better one,
2020.
man.
Hi, Felicia.
Bye!
Not today, Satan.
Nobody
outta
fucking
here.
cares anymore. All right, God, stay frosty was what we
Yep.
said. Right? Okay, all right. Okay, so thank you everybody so much for joining us. Until next time, stay frosty. Stay frosty.
We need
Get
to work
out
on
of
that a
here.
little bit.
We'll work on it. We're new. It's
Right.
fine. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.